my Pisces and my Scorpios. You can have this in your sun, moon, or your rising, or if you just felt intuitively called to come get this reading, well, then this reading is for you. But let's go ahead and get into it, guys. If you're new here, my name is Marisela and I am Venus Goddess 111. I am your new favorite tarot and astro chick. And if you've never got a full personal reading with me, I break it down. I have pulled spread that we go ahead and break down into the physical realm and that we kind of dive into. But with further ado, let's get this going, guys. We're going to go ahead and start with your past energy and water signs. When it comes to your guys' past energy, it looks like you're still kind of moving through the waters of your past. I could tell by your present energy, actually. But when it comes to your past energy, it looks like you guys went through a major tower moment. Life kind of doesn't feel familiar as it once did to you guys. And I feel like that was kind of painful for you guys. For some of you, you may be dealing with a love situation where this does feel actual pain in your heart because of a situation not working and your life kind of feeling like felt like it shifted completely upside down. But for a lot of you, I'm not even feeling that this has anything to do with love, but more to do with just your paradigm completely shifting and having to move away from what felt familiar. But also, I feel like a lot of you had to move away from that familiarity because you felt stuck. But I have to put it out there. Some of you kind of feel like you may be feeling stuck a lot, and you need to ask yourselves, are you making yourself feel that way? Because I don't see that you're actually stuck, and feeling stuck is kind of an illusion. You can break through that feeling whenever you're ready. For a lot of you, I also feel like maybe you might have had some kind of car issues that you're working through right now, and just life is not feeling the same. Things that were familiar before are definitely not familiar now, but you're getting through it. And I'm here to deliver the message that it was all intuitively and strategically sent your way to get through, and you're getting through it. I see that you're getting through it. So when it comes to your past, a lot of big shifts going on, a lot of healing needed to get done, and kind of just having to surrender to the divine and just saying, you know what? And if you're not in that place yet where you're ready to give this surrender in, I'm here to tell you, surrender it. Give it to the universe, give it to your ancestors, give it to God, whatever you believe in whatever way sounds most comfortable. But I also do see that Cancer season is playing a big role for you guys. Cancer season could just feel like a huge blessing to you all. And of course, my Cancers, I just feel like my Cancers are completely leveling up. Okay. A lot of you went through crazy career issues before, and at first you're just like, what the hell is going on? And it's making sense now, isn't it, my Cancers? Like, you guys are going through such a huge shift overall, Cancer. So Cancer season is big for my Cancers, but Cancer season is big for my water signs in general. Okay. But let me go ahead and clarify what we have going on with these cards here. Please clarify the past energy for my water signs. What else do you have to tell us with the past, angels? Yeah, just really having to surrender anxiety, not seeing the previous full picture of what was going on. Too many cards. Just give me a couple of cards. Give me one card. Let's start with one card of clarifying the past, please. You really had to kind of get out of isolation. A lot of you just, and you did that. You're probably really out and about from all this change, finding ways to distract yourself or just moving around, getting away from feeling stuck in what your usual routine. The Chariot came out again, just really moving forward, and Cancer season being a big part of I'm also feeling like you guys had family reunions, a lot to do with family in the past, just focusing on family, reconnecting with family. Family had a lot to do with this change. Maybe even your family life doesn't look the same, okay? Whatever it is, you're surrendering nostalgic energy. I think that's enough for the past. Let's go ahead and move on to your present energies. My loves, when it comes to your present energy, just know you don't see the full picture yet. Okay, we have the moon here. This is Pisces energy. So I love that Cancer came out and now we have Pisces. You know what? Oh my goodness. How dare I? Oh, okay, no. I was going to say Scorpio came out too, but it did not. That's the Tower. But it's very water here, okay? You guys are definitely here with me. This is definitely, you're claiming, you're reading. Like I said, back to the present energy, you don't see the full picture yet, my love. So if stuff still is feeling like you're still just getting through this Tower moment, just know you don't see the full picture. If you feel like you give yourself time, if you're still trying to come up with like a clear-cut idea of what you need to do, because I'm also, of course, with this card and Pisces energy, it's like, do I want it? Do I not want it? I don't know. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, I don't think you guys know what you want, but I do think you know what you don't want, okay? Someone had to hear that. And the reason I say that, because the Two of Swords came out next, okay? You don't know what decision you want to make in regards to something specific, okay? But just know that a new cycle is here, whether you like it or not, whether you think... I'm just feeling like Spirit was like, hey, we kind of gave them enough time to either get over a couple of things, figure out a couple of things, and now fate is kind of taking the wheel here, okay? So it's fine. You don't have to know what decision you're going to make. I feel like a decision is going to be made for you because I feel like the divine is absolutely with you and new cycles are definitely coming through. A lot of you also have some kind of fixed energy to you guys also. So yeah, Scorpio is here because Scorpio is fixed. But you can also have Leo, Aquarius, Taurus placements as well. So you guys went through definitely some major shifts. Fixed signs have gone through a lot with the nodal return being with the nodal axis being in Taurus and Scorpio. Fixed energy went through a lot of change. Okay, this card just flew out. So with the Three of Wands here, don't limit yourselves. Your possibilities are literally limitless. So it's fine. And I'm also hearing like, okay, it's okay if they don't know what they want, because even when they think they do know what they want, they can think bigger. So, and maybe that's why you guys feel like you don't know what it is that you want, because I'm picking up for Cancers, especially Cancers at some point were like so lost and now their life is like completely falling into place. So it's like, I feel like Pisces and Scorpio are getting there. So like I want to tell my Pisces and my Scorpios that it's okay if you don't know what you want, because literally even if you think you do know, it's what's coming in is so much bigger. Also expect karmic justice to come in with the Justice card here. I feel like we're now getting into like cardinal energy, which makes sense because I just spoke on Cancer. So I also just want to say with the shifts, with the nodal axis now going into Aries and Libra, cardinal signs and having cardinal sign placements. So if you're a Cancer, you're an Aries, you're a Libra, or an Aries, or you just have this in your big three, just know the next year and a half is going to be such a big shift for you guys. Like life is not going to look the same for you guys in the most cool, amazing way ever. But also this is just like a heads up. Like if stuff feels like, oh my God, what, my everyday life is not the same anymore, it's not meant to be. Like this is when life says, whenever your placements are being highlighted within the nodal shifts, just know that in astrology, that means destiny and fate is taking over. Like, hey, we gave them enough time to kind of follow their gut instinct, and at this point, if they didn't, shit's just gonna like reshift itself. One more for the present energy. I'm feeling like someone is worried about love right now, because I intuitively picked up, like, is this a love reading? This is not. We're focusing on ourselves. And the best way, with Venus going in retrograde, we're not to be thinking of love outside of us, you guys. You really need to dig deep internally, okay? Because generational trauma, curses, all of that stuff needs to be looked at with this retrograde. And a lot of you are like wanting to distract yourselves with people outside of you. But those people that you're wanting to distract yourself is literally just a mirror of your shadow, everything you're needing to work through. Okay, maybe you're running into people who have the same vices and bad habits as you, and it's like, okay, where's the growth here? Because someone needs to shift. Okay, that's for the person that is like, is this a love reading? It's not. We're focusing on you as you should be focusing on you. One more for the present energy. It's also time to just release anxiety and control, my water signs. Release this, please, because you're not in control. Fate is taking over. Fate is taking the wheel. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into your future energy, my loves. We have some conflict coming in, and I feel like there's some kind of conflict because some of you are either coming into conflict when it comes to spiritual and religious views. Some of you are going back and forth about going back to school or not. Just higher levels of learning, higher levels of education, either in the spiritual realm, the physical realm, but also some of you are wanting to just either go back to school for some kind of next level of degree or something in a competitive way because you're trying to prove something to someone or someone around you. And I just need to say that Spirit is like, why? Why are you wanting to literally cause this internal conflict when one piece of you doesn't know that this is what you want, but another piece of you, which is, I feel like strongly is your ego, that is like, oh no, but I need to do this because I have something to prove. Someone's torn between their ego and their spiritual selves. For others of you, this is you being torn with religion. Religion is like, I'm this spiritual person, but God says this, the Bible says this. And it's like, again, you're thinking of people outside of you and not the internal pieces of you. Okay, so this is in the future. This is causing you conflict, and this is because you're really just digging deeper into yourselves. You really are. You're gonna get through this. You're gonna figure it out. But if there's anything I can tell you here, it's that think of yourselves when no one's looking and no one's listening and you don't feel like someone's judging you. What feels best to you? We're here to do the work that gives us no recognition, no pay, nothing besides love, internal love. Like if you think of the thing that you would love to do that you didn't even need to get paid for, that you didn't need to get recognition for, because I hate to say it, but like I love what I do with tarot and stuff, and I don't think I get any of the energy that I actually put out back in, and that's just because I love it so much. Maybe I will never get that because the love I put out is so much bigger. Like who would I be to want that back? And I don't think I put it out there to get it back, right? Because I love it so much. Like I believe in artists who makes music. I believe when they're creating their art, when they're genuine artists, right? Because we have some that just don't care. They're collecting a check because they're a robot. But like when genuine artists love something, I don't think even the price that you pay for their piece of art or that music or the streams is ever going to amount to what they actually put out, like the love it took to create it. And that, though, that is living in purpose, because it doesn't matter at that point. It's part of the mission. It's part of who you are. So some of you are stuck because you know that it's time to follow your soul and not society or family religious reviews, and you're kind of torn. And it's because there's a competitive side of you. Some of you are like, well, I have something to prove, or I have to make them happy, and then I have to make me happy. It's like, no, you have to just make yourself happy. Sorry, that got deep. It's feeling really deep. Your guys' feelings are feeling really deep, okay? And I think that's beautiful, because I think that's part of Cancer season. And I think that my water signs are really getting deep with themselves right now. And I love that for you guys. Clarify the future energy for my water signs, please. Yeah, Page of Cups. You guys are getting deep. You're getting deep because you're wanting to release yourselves from this feeling of feeling stuck between making others happy versus yourselves. One card to clarify, please. Okay. Yeah, it's time to think of yourselves. You guys, this is too many cards. One card to clarify the future energy, please. 2 cards again. Okay, yeah. So still confusion of what to do. Spirit is also asking that you guys rest. Like, I also feel like meditate on this, or set the intention, like before going to bed, asking for clarity in your dreams. It's time to become more conscious within yourselves. Because for some of you, I'm just hearing like, well, I don't really remember my dreams. Well, how can we practice that? Let's try a dream journal. Because to be connected to your dreams is to be connected to your subconscious mind. For some of you, pregnancy. You're going to be hearing about a pregnancy. Whatever it is, Spirit is asking you to not settle and just keep digging deep within yourselves. And that's where we're going to leave it with the future energy. Let's get into your blockage. Blockage here, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Make sure that you're being very careful of your thoughts, what you're putting out into the universe, what you're saying out loud. To me, this is like being very conscious of what you're. I'm just getting like, make sure you don't cut your tongue or bite your tongue. Tongue is coming up. There's showing like a tongue. Be careful of a heated argument and you say things that you don't mean. Be careful of burning bridges that you don't really mean to burn. Be careful that you're not overcutting things out of your life or people, you know? Let's clarify the blockage. Please clarify this Ace of Swords. Make sure that you're not pretending to be a cold person when you're really this deep, intuitive, emotional, loving being. Make sure that you're not trying to not be vulnerable when you know you are vulnerable. That's a blockage, my loves. Like, you're this deep, beautiful person, and you don't need to hide that anymore. The right people will love that about you. Oh, that felt so cute. Okay. You guys are getting into my heart, okay? Let's move on to the energy oracles. Actually, what do you have for the headspace? What's the current headspace for our water signs? All right, that one, long-term commitment. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to be emotionally detached to something that could possibly become a long-term commitment, or you're just not being honest about something you really care about. One more, just one more. Someone is spying on you that doesn't want to open up, or you're spying on someone that you don't want to open up to, or maybe you're just really watching someone but you don't want to say anything. You don't want to like give your emotions, or vice versa, this person for you. Okay, and this one just came out, and I didn't mean to grab it, but it came out. So someone is needing to talk to you, you're needing to talk to someone, and you're needing to release this pretending to be cold, okay? Pretending like you don't care about this person when you do. Pretending like you're not really watching this person when you are, okay? And I also just feel like it's going both ways for whoever I'm talking to. You and your person and you. I feel like this is kind of mirroring that same behavior. I'm going to go ahead and close this out with the energy oracle, and first card out we got the thinking woman. So yeah, a female's thinking of you, or a female in this reading is thinking of someone outside of her. Also just feel like you guys are really thinking about what you want to do next, because again, this back and forth happy family, this is the happy family has been wanting to come out. Some of you, again, you're going to be hearing about a pregnancy and really building a happy family. For others of you, you're really working on getting separate families really happy to becoming one household family. One more. And community. Never underestimate the power of community and how you are building your own community. And I really hope that this message resonated, my loves. Until next time.